introduce that?
Yeah. So Pool Party is a platform for people to launch their own trustless hex stake pools. So if you're familiar with Maximus DAO, if you're watching this, you probably are. We launched 5 hex stake pools last year. So Maxi, Deci, Lucky, Trio, and Base, all different length stakes, but those were all trustless hex stake pools. And so essentially with Pool Party, we're kind of opening the gates for anyone to launch their own and design it how they want, regarding their logo, their ticker, the name, and then also obviously the stake details, like how long and how long they want their mint phase for. So it'll be a really cool platform for people to easily launch their own. And right now we're in the middle of the ticker name claim phase, which is a pre-launch phase where people are able to basically lock in the ticker that they want to use for Pool Party. And it's been a massive success. A lot of people, I think we're over 100 ticker names have now been claimed. And this is just the pre-launch phase. So people are obviously very excited for Pool Party, and we're getting a lot of community buy-in. And so, that's 100 potential hex stake pools that'll be launching on Pool Party. And so I'm kind of blown away. That was like 100 in a day. I thought that maybe we would hit that in like a week, but yeah, people are locking it in. Some very, very cool names. So it's been awesome to watch.
It looks like Nami claimed a gold key, perhaps, or somebody did. Somebody claimed.
Oh yeah, I actually locked it in. This was so crazy. Oh. I was sending money from Coinbase to a new wallet, which I would recommend people to do. Just always sanity check on security. But I had sent ETH from Coinbase to this wallet so I could claim gold key, but I got hit with like a random 3-day delay, and I'm like, oh my God, somebody's gonna claim it. Somebody's gonna claim it, and I finally hit my account, and I locked it in. So yeah.
Thank you, Brian Armstrong, for security. #security. Yes. Yeah. So there's a few different components to this too. So there's the name claim portion, which is I was watching Dipcatcher stream earlier today, the replay from last night, which was it's kind of like the pregame, and he kind of went into that. And then there's the actual. So you get the names for the pools, you get the name claim, and then later on there'll be some sort of like auction deal with them.
Yeah. So this is the purpose of this phase was really to allow people that are really serious about launching pools to secure these names before launch. After launch, you will still be able to get names, and how that will work will actually be you will place a bid on a name, and then there'll be like an auction, a 24-hour auction for people to bid on a name and secure it that way. So and that'll actually be with Party. So it'll be kind of similar to like the Hedron HSI auctions, where people will be actually using the Party token to bid on these ticker names, and that Party that's used is burned. So it'll have a deflationary effect on the supply.
And how does the name, or not name claim, how does the airdrop work? That's one piece I'm missing.
Right. So yes, there will be an airdrop to Maximus DAO token holders. So if you hold any of our tokens, there will be a snapshot between now and the launch of Pool Party. And so basically based off of how much Maximus DAO tokens you hold, you'll be able to claim that in Party. So in total, it'll be 10% of the Party supply will be airdropped to Maximus DAO holders.
And that'll be, so you need to go and claim the airdrop. It's not just automatic deal.
Correct. So it'll go, the mint phase will go on for 30 days, and then the airdrop phase, because we'll need to calculate, the percent for the airdrop. So airdrop claim will happen after the mint phase. And so I guess one thing to note as well on ticker name claim. So what you're actually doing is you're minting ticker name claim points. And this is actually an ERC20 token, kind of just a placeholder token, but it's called name claim. And you can actually roll those into airdrop points, which a lot of people have actually been doing. The point of the ticker name claim phase was definitely for claim names, but you can lock in airdrop points at a little bit better of a rate than you would if you waited. So, and on the site, you'll see convert leftover name claim points, and that'll be converting your name claim ERC20 tokens into party airdrop points.
So will you be able to trade the name claim? I know it's not probably meant to be, but they're ERC20.
Yeah, you can. You know, obviously we're not like advising people to do that. You totally can, though. It is a transferable. And I don't know if anyone's set up like a you know, a liquidity pool for that or anything like that. But yeah, it is an ERC20 token.
Interesting. And the names, are they NFTs?
Right. So I think Dipcatcher kind of teased that last night, but yes. So originally they weren't going to be NFTs, but just kind of talking to our community, it sounds like people wanted them to be NFTs. So the ticker names that people are claiming right now will be NFTs. So you'll be able to tap into like, you know, OpenSea and other NFT marketplaces to trade those as well.
I've heard rumblings of other stake pool stuff coming out there. Maybe that's one of the, I think I caught some kind of stream with maybe with Dipcatcher I'm talking about. It's a competition, so and this was the original idea you all have had for a while, but okay, maybe this is good timing to do it. Is there, I guess, other people, I think the other one's called Steakhouse, is the one that's been making the rounds, talking on different shows that I've seen at least. Maybe there's others as well, but can you compare, if you know much about that project, like what, if someone asks like, you know, what's the difference between the two, how would you explain that?
To be honest, I'm not going to speak too much on their product just because I don't, you know, it like they are trying to build what we're building. I advised them, I said, you guys, rather than run a sacrifice phase to like pay developers to build this, you guys should just launch pools on Pool Party and keep the money in the community. But I think they decided against that. But yeah, I won't speak too much to what they're doing. I'll let them kind of make their own mistakes on that. I'm honestly a little like, they're probably watching this right now. They've been just like repeating everything I say. So, you know, it is what it is, but just gonna, you know, like when people try to copy Hex, like best thing to do is just like ignore it. So that's what I'm trying to do, but it is what it is.
Maybe I'll reframe it a little bit. Maybe you could talk about like, what is for this trustless, you know, ability. We got name claim, you got people to be able to create their own pools. I guess for a certain number of days, like they're able to set up the parameters and stuff like that. Like what, maybe you talk about a little bit of the highlights of like, you know, what makes Pool Party awesome.
Yeah. So I think the thing I'm most excited for is like, well, one, the thing I enjoyed most of last year was just like those launch phases. I'm sure you remember, like it was just crazy to watch the amount of like Hex that was coming in the pools, and it was just like this excitement around Hex staking that I had never felt before, and I don't think anyone else had. You know, like hitting over 1 billion when we were doing the perpetuals was just insane. So I'm looking forward to like continuing that on like an ongoing basis, just constant celebration of stake and Hex. You know, the perpetuals and Maxi were kind of like, you know, perpetuals is still like a yearly thing, but Pool Party will be a continuous you know, launch phase of new pools and more Hex getting staked. So that's probably one thing I'm most excited for, is just like the fun of staking together. Probably number two is I feel like Pool Party will open up the gates for people to attach like new narratives and new ideas to Hex staking. You know, we've been talking to like some communities that are already planning to launch pools. And so like, you know, bringing in new people's new narratives, new ideas to Hex staking and offering them like this trustless solution that's audited and proven to work, rather than them trying to like build their own thing and there being that risk, I think is huge. And so just creating like this Hex centric way for people to, you know, earn trustless yield, I think is huge. And so when it comes to like charities, I think there's going to be a good amount of just like meme pools too. Like they're just based off the names, like there's some funny names. So probably some meme aspect to it, but yeah, I'm just excited to see how people utilize this, right? Like this is kind of our, like, we're opening the door for people to like bring their own ideas and own creativity. And we're not necessarily leading as much as we have with our own pools. And I'm just excited to see what people come up with and how they drive attention and grow their pools.